Hey Superfam, RadSuperDad here. Today I'm going to show you guys what it's like to play EVE Online in 2020. EVE Online has been around for the last 15 years and is one of the most amazing MMOs out there. It's a space-based MMO where all of the players play together in a single instance. You get to choose from many different careers, anything from mining to industry to piracy to bounty hunting. There's a spectacular community where you can get involved with. They're super duper helpful, and also you can join some corporates. I'll be taking the plunge to show you guys what it's like to play EVE in 2020. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video so you can see how you can join in and get 1,000,000 skill points for free. We're going to start on chapter 2 and go through some of the career paths. Look back War, thank you for the follow. It's awesome to have experienced EVE players checking out the channel. I feel very humbled that everybody around here is supporting the channel and having a look at what's being done. The idea of this stream is to actually create a little bit of content for non-EVE playing people to see what EVE is like and what you need to do and how easy it is to get into it. Because one of the things that kept me away from playing EVE is hearing how it's this unbelievable like second world, second life, but in space, and it just like freaked me out trying to say, okay, cool, I need to get into this game. And then I realized, but there's easy and helpful tutorials, there's incredibly helpful people, the community is great, and then Scourge offered to help me out a little bit and show me the ropes. So my giving back to the community is just to say, okay, cool, I'm going to put the content on YouTube and it's just going to show you it's such an easy game to get into. Alright, cool. Let's see. So I'm going to do a military path because of course. Let's start this conversation. Oh, this is cool. So it starts like a campaign for you. Cash flow for capsuleers. 1 of 10 objectives completed. I get Gatling railguns. And I get some antimatter charges. Cash flow for capsuleers. Just the thing you want. Thugs are harassing miners in the nearby asteroid field. Let's clear up the area. You may have to rush the targets to hit them in close range. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Declining a mission from a particular agent more than once every 4 hours may result in a loss of standing with the agent, except in the case of special missions they clearly state otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't want to decline missions too much from an agent, and if you do, you delay it for more than 4 hours if you want to decline more than once. So the main thing is going to be to see who you want to be doing missions with. The level ones you're doing now is fine, but at some point you're going to pick a specific faction to do missions for, to build loyalty points for them.
Okay.
So
that reminds me a lot of how another game I used to play called Freelancer used to work. Is your missions added loyalty to one faction, and as you increase your loyalty with that one faction, it also like secondary effects increase your loyalty with some other factions as well. Is that the case in EVE?
Yeah, so your loyalty points that you gain from doing missions for the agents help you to get obviously some cool rewards, but the main way to get higher yield missions in terms of rewards is to go up with the levels, and for that you need standing. So you're building standing with the faction so that you can get to level 2, 3, 4 missions and so forth. So level 5 missions you have to be in low sec space to do, but that's going to take you a while to get to in any case, because you're going to need much better ships to fly to do that. So for now, you'll be focusing on just getting to cruiser, so that you can start with your level 2 missions and work your way up to battle cruiser. And so yeah, just you can do destroyer first if you want to before going to battle cruiser. But, the faster you get to battle cruiser, the better. That's where the fun really starts in terms of PvE, and then you can start working on battleship after that.
Alright, cool. So battle cruiser is kind of like your entry level target to get to, like a level 1 battle cruiser or tier 1 battle cruiser.
Yeah, battle cruisers are kind of the biggest jump once you're starting, once you get into missions in terms of the DPS you're gonna see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can obviously, if you want to do more PvP, you don't have to go to the bigger ships. You can first specialize in getting your frigate skills up to level 5 so that you can start doing the Tech 2 frigates, and then also you can do cruisers and then the Tech 2 cruisers as well if you want to do more small gang PvP with smaller ships, the mobile ships.
I see, okay. You can go to that guy. There we go. Ooh, he's attacking. How do you know if a guy carries resources or not?
You're going to usually... are you talking about the rats or the NPCs now?
Yeah, these guys that I'm just hitting now.
Well, you don't really know what they're carrying. Unless, oh, okay, you're speaking about the mission.
Yeah.
I didn't read your mission details, sorry.
Oh, it's basically just kill them. But I just wanted to know, like, if I kill them, how do I know if I should loot them or not?
Well, you usually want to loot everything that's got contents.
How do you know if something's got contents?
If you, in the overview, you'll see it's got a, or even in the, in space, looking at the wreck, you'll see it's got a solid inside. So an empty wreck, just look at what a wreck looks like after you loot it.
Okay.
Compared to before. So when the middle of the icon is solid, it means it contains something.
I see.
But if you want to know if someone else is carrying something in terms of another player, you're going to need to do some cargo scanning, which is a cool little module you can attach to your ship, and then you can lock onto ships and scan them.
That's good to know. And does that like trigger some form of I don't like you action, or what does that do?
No, it's not considered a hostile action. People, you can obviously target people without them knowing they're a different target module, but I mean, that's something you're going to be doing straight away.
Okay. It's more to understand how looting works in the game and like what's worth getting and what's not. Are you gonna warp through this building? Can I do that? No, I can. What? I thought you crashed into guys.
So once you actually start warping, technically space is bending around you.
Oh.
But if you did not manage to go into warp before you got to the building, it would have bounced you off.
That's good to know. Sweet. Okay, so now I just complete a mission and I request another mission. Drop off locations. Am I supposed to carry somebody now? The gurus have kidnapped one of our miners and are demanding a hostage swap. They want 1% responsible for the comrade's death, and apparently they have no idea you are a trained capsuleer. Go teach them a permanent lesson. Ooh, hello. Look at that reward. It's a ship. A Merlin. It's got 3 turret spots. That's handy. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get a ship for free, guys.
Warp drive active.
Okay, I cannot lock onto these targets. They're like 52 Ks. Oh, it says I need to be within 30 Ks to lock onto a target.
Yeah, so if you're interested in doing the stealth bombers and the long range type of damaging ships, then that's obviously something you'll have to train so that you can lock on from a longer range as well.
Enter the proving grounds. Okay. I've got no range. There we go. I just got ISK added to my bounty payout. What's that? Is that quite literally what it says?
Yeah, so everything you kill, everything red that you kill that's got a bounty on it is what you'll get paid. It usually gets added together and paid in batches. So this is a valid form of getting income, especially in your lower security asteroid belts.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much called ratting. So you kill all the NPCs in those belts, and that can but you'll still always get more doing encounters or anything from the agency. So especially multiple pockets and clearing content will give you a lot more ISK than just killing rats. But killing rats is still a common thing to do in low sec space.
Okay, cool. Nullsec bounties on rats back me millions and drop very expensive modules.
Yeah, definitely worth looking at, but then obviously you're in nullsec and you're kind of already set with alliance or corporation that controls the area, but you have to be aware of what's going on around you as well.
Yeah.
And what's happening in your local so that you don't get ganked.
Warp drive active.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I figured like for you to be able to actually get to low sec space, you kind of need to already be proficient in what you're doing.
Yeah, usually you're going to have a ship that's good at clearing out those rats as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And a ratting ship is usually not always going to be your PvP ship.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, but it depends. So if I'm, for instance, in a Vexer with a heavy drone setup, that's not ideal for PvP, especially not when a tackler comes in or someone in an interceptor to get a point on me
Docking permission
with a
requested.
warp
Docking
disruptor
request
or
accepted.
warp scrambler.
Mm-hmm.
And then usually when you're tackled, you cannot warp away, and then the friends come and they're all gang up and kill you. So that's what you're kind of looking out for in low security space while you're trying to make money. And you're not really thinking of PvP, but it can happen at any moment.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool, I got a Merlin now. Now I need to figure this out. Okay, so let's see. Access your cargo. Can I move all of this to the ship hangar or the item hangar? Do I move things to the ship hangar or the item hangar?
Usually to the item hangar
Okay.
if you want to leave it in the station, because the ship hangar is literally on your ship itself. So just move it all to the item hangar, and in the item hangar you can right click, say stack all, to make sure they the metal scraps get stacked into one
Stack
icon.
all. Okay, cool.
And then you can, on the right hand side, you can click on reprocessing. That's one of the station services.
On the right hand side, click on reprocessing. Repair shop. Oh, reprocessing.
Yeah, and then you can dump the metal scraps in there, and you can get some mats for reprocessing there.
So
Itself.
it says minus 2,400 ISK. Is that my profit?
Oh yeah, it's the cost for reprocessing it. So when you reprocess something, there's a station cost
Mm-hmm.
to do so, and that's what you're going to be paying. But at the top right hand side under the minerals, you'll see what you will receive out of it, and that's pretty much going to give you way more than what you just paid for the process.
So my estimated price for the 36 scrap metals is 60,000 ISK. The output price is 63,000. So it's not a lot more.
You have to always figure out what's going to be the most viable in terms of reward for you.
Okay.
Yeah, at some point, like, I mean, you just have too much stuff, and you keep the valuable things aside, but then all the rest of the modules, you kind of just want to select all of them and reprocess them together, because it gets you a few minerals. Whereas if you have 150 items, you don't want to go and click right click sell on 150 items and double check that you're getting what you're supposed to be getting for them. So it's a lot easier to work with minerals in that case.
I
For
see.
valuable items, you in any case never want to sell directly to market. You always want to place a sell order. So you can set it at the lowest price that anyone's selling it at, but there will always be that gap in the market between the highest bidder and seller. So you want to try and always get a decent price for what you're selling.
So I've got a Merlin now. Do I have to assemble the ship? Because I've got a little icon that says assemble ship.
Yeah, so you can assemble it, or you can double click it, however you want.
Okay, cool. I just built it. So now how do I fly it?
Just double click it,
Double click. Ah. Okay, so how do I now take the modules from my previous ship and put it on this one?
So you just go to the fitting screen
Fitting.
at the top right hand side. Also, you'll see the fitting section, but you can strip fittings in one go as well. That's probably the easiest way. So just right click.
Oh, strip fitting.
Yes. That's
Okay.
the easiest way to do it, and then you can just grab all of that and drag it onto your new ship.
Okay.
Directly, or you can do it in the fitting window one.
Aha. Cool. Thanks Scourge, thanks Shake. And then I just drag everything to wherever the slots are that they belong. Rigs are one and done. You cannot unfit them. They will be destroyed. Forgive my ignorance, but what is a rig?
So you see on the top left hand side you've got
Those square icons.
square icons, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where rigs go. Rigs get added to your ship permanently.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot unfit it like a module or a turret or your low slot items.
Just checking here. I've got 2 types of ammo now. So I go to attributes, I'm assuming, to check what they do.
What you can do is also right click on the ammo and say view marker details.
Right click and say view marker details.
Yes, that will take you to the category of where the ammo is, and then you can check the other ammo available in that same category. It's just a quick way to get there, and you can compare their attributes and see which you prefer.
Okay. Okay, so each of them gives like a capacitor need or a range boost or something like that, and then different damage.
So the 2 things you want to look at is obviously the range bonus effect and then the type of damage. So the type of damage is very important, whether it's EM, thermal, explosive or kinetic. So you want to always have ammo available for the type of need you have. If it's a mission, there are obviously sites like Eve Survival where you can check the mission you're doing, what kind of resistances the enemies you're going to face have, so that you can make sure you're always equipping to do max damage to them.
Okay. That does make sense. Lead rounds give more range, antimatters close, high damage. Okay, so I've basically just taken everything that I had and stuck them on this new ship of mine. And it's like using 10% CPU and 27% power grid. I suppose I should probably like start training stuff because my training skills ran out. So
yes, you must definitely always be training something. That's a very good point. So even if you don't know what you want to train, just select something training in the term at least. I mean, anything related to your power grid, capacitor, targeting, or your spaceship command in terms of frigates and cruisers is viable. Even your navigation would be very good, because that's something you're going to always use no matter what you do in this game. Unless you sit in a station all day, then navigation doesn't matter, but I know you're not going to be doing that.
no. No, not the sitting on my laurels kind of person. This game's got so much depth, and yet the way that you're exposed to it bite by bite really helps it. Look Back Worse says my tune is only about 1.5 years old. Early in the game I got tired of buying stuff from other players, so I just make my own. Plus I do a lot of relic hunting. Scourge also likes exploring. Probably my favorite thing in the game. WH diving? I'm assuming that's wormhole?
Yep, you got it right.
Okay, always exciting. Guys, I'm so excited to get into this game. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you found it informative. If you're keen to give EVE a try, then make sure that you use the link below for sign up and you'll get 1,000,000 skill points for free. That basically makes the time to train your skills reduced by about 3 weeks. So that allows you to get into any ship or any career that you want to get into. So use the link below.